morning, HOD 1100. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Lisa Koenig, and I have had the distinct honor of leading this team Centripetal Force throughout this past semester. My teammate Julie Babbage and I are so excited to tell you about our project, but first, we want to introduce you to our team.
One team.
One purpose.
Identify a problem on campus.
And implement a solution.
Centripetal Force.
Here comes the, y'all really like, here comes the, y'all really want it, here comes the,
So now that you know a little bit more about who we are and why we came together, we're ready to tell you about what we did, starting with an explanation of the problem on campus that we identified. We'll then jump right into our momentous solution, backtrack through the many hours of dedicated labor it took us to get there, and finally, present to you the data on the effectiveness of our solution. This being done, we'll give you a glimpse into the future of our project as a sustainable part of the Vanderbilt Commons, and finally, leave you with our reflections and notes on team process.
Before we declare our problem or get into any kind of specifics, it's really important that we give you some background information into why monetary university give back is important. Alumni contributions make the Vanderbilt experience possible and better. Possible. By this we refer to the countless number of private scholarships, grants, and percentage of tuition that alumni donations currently cover. And better, because alumni donations can be allocated wherever on campus that the donor sees fit. This means everything from ASB to Swing and Doors to BSG all have alumni contributions coursing through their foundations. Give back also adds value to the Vanderbilt degree and community. Degree. 5% of what the U.S. News and World Report uses to rank universities comes directly from alumni give back rate. And community, because it is a strongly held belief that an alumni's financial investment in their institution reflects their emotional investment.
This brings us to our problem. The alumni give back rate and the senior class fund are both astonishingly low, but nobody on campus seems to know or care about this problem. So, the problem that we identified for the sake of our project is a general lack of awareness regarding A, the importance of give back, and B, the current level of apathy and ignorance regarding the issue. So just how low are our give back rates, and just how unaware are our students? You're about to find out.
Hi.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Not really.
I'm assuming it's just all donations made by people to this class. No, by the senior class. It's something like that.
But I don't know what it is.
I have no idea.
Check you out, let me go on, like I just do in the song. Let me go on, with hands I know you don't want.
Hopefully a lot.
I'm sure a lot of them do. To be safe, I'd probably say under 50, but I'd say like close to 50. 70%.
30, 40.
I feel like Vanderbilt has a pretty tight group of alumni, so I'd say a higher number, I'd say like 50%. Yeah, 50%.
I have no idea. I'd say probably 10%.
So, yeah, like 10%, 16.
Probably not a huge chunk of it.
hope to accomplish. The short-term immediate goal, raise awareness about the importance of give back as well as the current lack thereof. The second, more long-term goal would be inspire a sense of awareness amongst our group of freshmen so by the time that we're seniors, we're both familiar and ready to give back, increasing the senior class fund, and then in subsequent years, the alumni give back rate.
We would accomplish these goals through a week-long awareness campaign,
Culminating in one epic event called Neon Friday.
Our awareness campaign included
Posters and flyers on trees,
flyers on commons, rand, and dorm bulletin boards,
posting on Commons Place,
DUTV advertisement,
presentation at 3 house meetings,
weekends at Vandy email blast,
an email blast from the dean,
projector in the Commons Dining Center,
table tents in the Commons Dining Center,
banner and 3D shadow boxes in the Commons Center atrium,
whiteboard displays in the atrium,
a booth outside of Commons Dining Hall,
a Facebook group with 249 guests,
and potty press in every Commons dorm,
and then there was our event, Neon Friday.
which included trifold and brochures,
Senior class fund representatives,
an attack of the athletes,
cookie decorating,
t-shirt splatter painting,
and finally, pledge cards.
So the event was a hit, but our team is here to tell you that success like this does not come without a tremendous amount of hard work and dedication. What does this tremendous amount of hard work entail? Bullets 1 and 2 were a laborious process of back and forth with the dean and the director of Commons, adding, subtracting, and reformatting our proposal until the finished product met with approval. We then crafted formal presentations and PowerPoints to get the support of the Senior Class Fund and the Student Alumni Board. So once we had the theoretical buy-in of all these organizations, it was time to get their financial buy-in. The organizations listed behind me made it possible for Neon Friday to happen. If not for their support, we would have never been able to realize our dreams.
Not only that, at the end of our campaign, the ever-thorough Team Centripetal Force made sure to cleanly tie off all of our loose ends. We did this quite literally for several hours after our Neon Friday event. But we also did this professionally, by extending thank yous and updates to all the individuals who helped contribute to making our events a success. A few of those individuals are among you now, and I'd like to thank you both for all of your help on our project.
So how'd we do?
Hey, I'm Christina Barnes in the Office of Alumni Relations. What they did is something we have been trying to do for years here on campus, but because it has tried to have been administration-led and not student-led, it's been difficult for us to do it. So it's been really important to our department and just really important to the whole concept of Vanderbilt as a community and Vanderbilt as one. I'm so proud for them for seeing a need and for seeing a gap and for being willing to stand in the middle of that and to educate everyone, because so much of what we're trying to do is just to educate everyone. This has been a really big deal, and I'm especially excited to know that it is something that is sustainable, that it's measurable, and it's something that we can learn from and build upon.
I'm a student who works at the Vanderbilt Calling Center. I'm really glad that Neon Friday happened this year because it really helps enlighten all the students here about how important it is to give back to the university, because it helps fund their tuition, it helps with their rankings, and I'm so glad that we're starting to educate undergraduates about it when they're already at Vanderbilt.
You saw the flyers on our awareness campaign that our group painted, printed, cut, pasted, hung, and posted. And you heard all the positive feedback that we got at our event. But to tangibly measure our success, our group conducted surveys before and after Neon Friday. You can see on the slide that while only 36% of those were, before we had the event, were able to correctly identify the alumni give back rate, 88% of those were able to do so after. We wanted to build awareness, and build awareness we did, as evidenced by the 93% of those who indicated that they learned something about the Senior Class Fund or the alumni give back rate thanks to our project. And finally, perhaps most importantly, are the 96% who indicated that they would be willing to give back their senior year to Vanderbilt thanks to our project. We inspired our classmates to get their hands in the solution. Literally. The chains of neon hands that you now see circulating the room are 315 pledge cards. Those of us who signed those pledge pledge cards, recognize the importance of giving back. Not only that, we've resolved to do so when in 3 years it becomes our turn.
But a solution that began and ended in 1 year just was not enough for our team. That's why we're now in the process of creating a sustainable relationship between the seniors, students, and alumni on the Commons. We're currently working with the Dean of the Commons, the Senior Class Fund, and the faculty heads of house in order to create a team of 10 alumni advisors who will serve on all 10 house councils, as well as a collective unit of the Senior Class Fund. Additionally, we are working on creating a sustained relationship between the alumni and the seniors on the Commons through a new component of the Commons Cup.
So you've heard all about our team project. Now it's time to tell you about our team process. We'd already known it, but one member of our group said it best with a comment, "If not for this project, we as a group would not be spending time together. We're way too different." And she was right. Between us, we could list off over 20 clubs and organizations, as well as thousands of Facebook friends, but very few shared interests and mutual friends. Diversity, as cited in the article Leading Teams, is one of the most major challenges to team process, was actually an advantage for Team Centripetal Force. We capitalized on our divergent thinking, rather than let petty arguments or interpersonal conflicts stand in the way. How? We maximized our brainstorming power, pooled our collective resources, and were able to come up with a solution that appealed to all 5 of our distinct subgroups.
Equally important to our team was getting the right members in the right seats, as presented in Brian Griffith's Working in Teams lecture. 2 phenomenal examples of this include placing Carissa, our team's art connoisseur, at the head of all visual campaign material, proposals, and presentations, including one you're seeing right now. Carl, meanwhile, brought in his athletic connections at Vanderbilt by inviting a host of his athlete friends to come and serve as role models in participating in our event. Equally important, the mastering of role clarity, as presented in 8 Ways of Building Collaborative Teams. While Carl and Carissa were busy with the tasks that I just mentioned, and I was facilitating the group as a whole, Julie became our liaison with the student alumni groups on campus, while Kirsten became our main representative with our contacts in the Commons. So clearly defined was every member's role within our group that whenever any problem or question arose, we immediately knew whose responsibility was going to be to take care of it solely based on its origin. And this was so important to our team because we never wasted even a minute of time in role ambiguity.
The final challenge posed to Team Centripetal Force was stated in Professor Griffith's lecture, Working in Teams, as the single most often cited challenge to team leadership, and that is sustaining high motivation. With a project as large and long-term as ours was, we battled any lulls in motivation by setting short-term goals. Thus, we were able to remain interested and invested in our project because we were constantly making small victories while keeping our eyes on some very hairy and audacious goals.
With these great takeaways aside, one of the greatest things that I've learned in working with Team Centripetal Force this semester has been just how much more rewarding it is to succeed when you succeed as a team.
Thanks to those of you who came out to our event Neon Friday and helped make it a success, and thank you to all of you for listening to our presentation this morning. We hope you enjoyed it.